So, good morning. Oh, you fucker. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you. For me, it's, I don't know, no Quadlock and no clock. Some point in the early afternoon. Probably not even the early afternoon yet, it could still be the morning. And yeah, I'm back on the little Hartford. We're off to, actually off to my granddad's to go and pick up a, it's like a little brass nipple out of a clutch repair kit. Which, despite the clutch snapping the other day, I didn't get it sorted. I didn't have any. I couldn't go to my granddad's despite being in Colville, so I just made do. But we're supposedly having snow this week at the end of the week, so I thought, since I'm on an early shift this morning, I would go and get the clutch cable sorted. Well, just botch it. So if we do have the snow, I can use this. I don't particularly fancy dropping the Honda. That's going to be, I don't even want to think about how expensive that could turn out to be. So I don't mind dropping this. I've dropped it a few times before, and everything's relatively cheap to repair. The only thing you can't repair is your ego. But so I thought, whilst I was taking the back way, because this was the way I was going to come when the clutch cable snapped, I thought, I know I'd make another video on the Hartford. And so this one is about heated equipment, or heated gear, heated whatever, just anything heated. And the main reason I talk about this is because Mr. Carnby, put a link to his video, had got hold of a, I can't remember the brand, it's not the one I fitted on Jeanette's bike, I know that much. And he was saying that he was enjoying it, he just didn't like the fact that there was a like a relay. He said it switched itself off and on, which is a bit bizarre. And I know Andy Mancam, who I've only recently started watching, did a video of making his own heated jacket, little steam thing. And I've tried heated seats on both leather and like material in cars, and recently an electric blanket. So I thought, I've got an opinion on this, I've got a camera and I've got some time, so fuck it, why not? So I don't think I've ever said it on YouTube, but if you speak to me in real life, or we've been on a conversation on the internet somewhere about heated jackets, you'll know that I've never used a heated jacket at all, nor heated grips, nor heated anything. And my attitude has always been, oh, just muff it up. That's my background. I've never used anything heated till recently. I hadn't even used an electric blanket or a heated seats in it. I've used it recently, so, well, the heated seats end of last year and the heated blanket this year. So I thought, yeah, it's about time. So when it comes to the heated seats in cars, I'll start there, because that's the first thing I sort of used. I always thought they were a novelty, and that's just the way I did it. I thought, oh, it's just a novelty, because obviously it used to only be in expensive cars like BMW and your Audis, same company I know, but you get the idea, that sort of line of cars. Now nobody in my family, my immediate family that I actually speak to, has ever had a car with heated seats, to my knowledge. So, and plus all the lads I went to college with were in old courses, so yeah, pretty much no heated seats whatsoever. Well, when it was my birthday, and Jeanette had picked me up in the car, and we'd gone to the duck because it was a Wednesday, so it was duck night. So when she got to me, she said to me, do you want your heated seat on? Bearing in mind, she'd already travelled 3/4 of an hour to 50 minutes to get to me. I think it's usually about 50 minutes, but she got stuck in traffic. So she travelled about an hour at this point to get to me. So of course she'd had the heater on, and I just got in the car and went, no, it's alright. I don't need no heated seat. So anyway, went to the door, did all the bit. A few of her, they all sort of surprised me a bit. Turns out Jeanette had planned something, but yeah. So anyway, we could come. It must have been about 10 o'clock, and we come to leave, and I shit you not, I walked outside. I'd only took my jumper. Obviously, don't need to take anything else. And I don't. The only jacket I owned at the time, and still own, is my bike jacket. I don't think I've got another coat. So yeah, I was pretty cold. And bear in mind, we literally walked out the front door and had to walk to the car. When we got back to the car, I got in the car, and Jeanette had turned up in this little BMW Z4. Very nice car. But yeah, leather seat. I think Hartford's been a bit optimistic. 65? No. So she went to me, do you want your heated seat on? No, I just said yeah. And I tell you what, I really honestly thought they were a novelty until it started to warm the lower part of my back. Oh, I was in heaven. And then it worked its way around. I kind of didn't want to get out, to the point where when Jeanette missed the turning, I just sent her the long way home to get back to mine, so I could sit in a nice warm seat. So yeah, I was pretty sold on them. Fast forward about a fortnight, if that. And I think it was a night shift. It must have been. For some reason, I can't remember the reason, I didn't take the Hartford to work. I can't remember why. It was a night shift. My mum was supposed to come pick me up, but one of the lads, Rob, was finishing at the same time as me. So I just asked him if he'd take me home. It's like 2 minutes from where we work. I think it's his direction, but I just asked him, would you mind taking me home? Because we were finishing at the same time, and he went, yeah, sweet, free lift home. I got in the car, and he's got a Ford Fiesta. I think it's a 2015, something like that, 2016. And of course, this Fiesta has heated seats. And he put it on for me. He did. You want your heated seat on? Yeah, go on then, why not? He put it on. Now the interesting point for me on this one, which the main reason I said yes, is because his seats aren't leather, they're fabric. So they weren't really, it wasn't really cold, but again, heated up beautifully. So yeah, at that point I was sold. Leather, like the material, like heated seat, win, yeah. Not a novelty, actually really nice. And for some reason, this one was playing up. It was one of these, it had 2 plugs, so you could control half the bed from each plug. Obviously because it's a double. And for whatever reason, one of the plug sides, tried changing the fuse, no. One works, you can plug it in either side and it works. Fine, okay, not a problem. But she wants it on both sides, fair enough. So I was only going in the bin, so I was like, oh, I'll have it. I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. I ain't going to lose anything from trying it. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a try. And yeah, the first night I fitted it and put it on. Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like a cold bed. I don't mind getting into a cold bed when you get warm, rolling over from the warm side to the cold side. But no, this got straight to the back of my leg, straight to my back, and oh my god, it was great.
They're great!
So yeah, that sold me. Again, I thought electric blankets were a novelty. So yeah, they're the two I've tried, and then I'm going to just briefly touch on the electric heated motorcycle jacket. As I said, I fitted one for Jeanette, and when we fitted it, I plugged it in, she put it on, and I just whacked the vibe. And we've sort of got this running joke between us about heated jackets. And I mean, my commute to work is about 5-10 minutes. I come off my estate, do a left, up the hill, up to the roundabout, first exit, come off the roundabout, do a right, onto the services, pull onto the services, do a left. To me, it's pointless me having the jacket because I don't really commute that far. However, I had thought about picking one up for when I go to the Blythe and places. Because yeah, the Blythe is a 50-minute. The route I take is about 50 minutes, and when I go to the Duck, that can take me 20. But a heated jacket and the control unit is in the realms of about 150 quid. Now, I'm not saying I can't afford it. I could buy one if I want. I don't know, for me, I like to try and justify my money. If I'm spending money on something, and this is the last thing I wanted, it's either traffic or the train's coming through. Oh, these have got to stop. So yeah, Andy Mancam made a video where he built his own heated jacket, and he did this very simply by taking a heated seat cover, it's a £15 one, and stitching it to the back of a old waistcoat, and then he cut up a t-shirt and put that between it. And I've seen that as an idea, and I think I saw a few other people who have tried it and they said it works. But yeah, it leaves me sort of as confused as ever, really. So the whole point of this video, because it's turned into a bit of a ramble, is do you use any heated jacket? Trousers, because I've seen heated trousers, heated inner soles, heated socks. And if you do, or heated seats in the car, or anything, how do you find it? Are you like me? Did you think it was a novelty, or whatever? I just want to read a few opinions, really. So I'll leave it there. We've still got a few carriages left, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.